what's really underneath manifesting. We hear so many believers now saying things like speak it into existence, the universe will respond, or your words create your reality. How would you explain in a simple, non-judgy way what's happening beneath the surface of those ideas?
I think of our lives here on earth, it's like we've got this heavenly host, like God is like our host. And it's kind of like when you manifest, it's like as if you go to the house of a host and you just like go into the cupboards and help yourself to whatever food you want and don't kind of wait to have it served to you. Like it's trying to sort of manipulate the situation. And you can get what you want through manifesting. It does work, but because you're not going through God, it it always comes with a side effect. And I personally think that sometimes with manifesting, it might be like you're just feeling more positive, and then you might take more action in the world and get what you want just through your own actions and just from being positive and not being defeated. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But it's when we really take time to visualize and really repeat like affirmations about having it, really work on the practice in a very repetitive way, that it becomes a form of like a spell. So basically, it's like witchcraft, which the Bible warns us against.
Mm.
So then, and the thing is, like God in the Bible, it says like God gives us what we need. It's not always what we want because some of our desires, they might be sinful, like wanting to be really rich. Like there's nothing wrong with wanting to be rich, but it's like when we are so attached to that that we want to use ways outside of God to get it rather than wait and see what God's going to bless us with, then that it's like just going around outside of God's will and just getting it in your own way. And that's dangerous because it can be that demons, like we see with Jesus, when after he gets baptized and then the devil takes him up and basically says you can have the whole world if you want, and he obviously says no, because but this is the thing, that the devil and demons have stuff to offer us, and they do make people rich and powerful in the world, but that always comes with a side effect. It's better just to pray to God for what we want.
If you had to explain it to a friend without shaming them, what's the core difference between manifesting and speaking scripture? What's the source, the power, and who's in charge?
When you do manifesting, you're meant to imagine that you've already got the thing that you've got in the present that you want in the future. So if you want like a brand new car, for example, you would imagine yourself like driving in the car, imagine looking at it, imagine what it feels like make a really vivid picture in your mind. And it's actually, and then you have to feel as if you've got the car. So like really just